Well, Bafana, it's that time of the day. As I've mentioned as well, today I will be giving you a squad psyche coach Hugo. And funny thing, he has also spoken about your guest in Sereno. He was asked the question, basically this is Buzayona. And then also we're going to talk about Itumelang Khune. Now, first things first, before we dive more into the details, please make sure you like this video. And mangabe this is your first time seeing football trends at QP, click a subscribe button and bell notification so that next time when I post a new video, you get notified. Now, starting off with Itumeleng Khune, which I might say I have some good news and also bad news at the same time, because Zizolo he announced that he has now teamed up with the top bet and he's a shareholder, which I think it's great, good news for him. And then also today, I think there was an interview where he was asked about the situation he will no longer be able to play at Kaizer Chiefs, and he had to respond to this. I will give you the response, but if you kumpula kahle, we have always spoken about Itumelang Khune and not going to be able to get a contract. I'm sure I've reported about this a long time ago. With Kaizer Chiefs management is refusing to give Itumelang Khune one last chance to play, even though we know he wanted to play until he reaches the age of 40, at least the age of 40, but he was not allowed to do that, and he did not want to switch clubs. He remained a course for life. This is what we're talking about when we say a person is a course for life. So Umjita, he did not want to switch from playing for Kaizer Chiefs and to play for another team just because he wanted to play. So it was a bit harsh, it was a bit tough for him to switch, to transition to this situation. But now finally, for the first time, he's going to speak on his own weight. To be
quite honest, I can't control how I feel the next morning. I always wake up feeling different, especially the first couple of weeks after I've had meetings with the club. It wasn't easy for me to digest those news. I stayed in bed, I think 2 straight weeks, crying every day, not understanding what is happening. Yet I was given the respect by the club to say, Itu, come, let's have a sit down. This is the plan for club. And unfortunately, you are not having it as a footballer. So I just couldn't believe my ears when I heard those sad news. And like I said, I want to play until I'm 40 plus. It couldn't happen. Hence, I'm still hopeful. But again, the heart, you can't control. Every morning I wake up, I have a different feeling. I feel like I can go back tomorrow and play. The following day I wake up, pains everywhere in my body. Then I would feel like, nah, it's fine. Let's leave everything as is. But like I said, the passion, the love for the game, it's still there. And I think I can still deliver whenever I'm called upon. And I think, like I said, the Dennis Onyangos of this world are still doing it. So what's stopping me when I'm 2 years younger than him from doing it?
Well, that Bafana was the legendary Itumelang Khune, which I still think there's no one who's better at ball distribution than him. So far, we've seen the goalkeepers that we have: Abofia Kintwari, Bruce Vuma, Brendan Peterson, that much, so I cannot speak much about him. But so far, with the goalkeepers that we currently have, Itumelang Khune is still the number one showstopper. So for me, I personally wish Itumelang Khune could assist, the goalkeepers that we currently have in terms of the ball distribution. Obviously, yes, we understand he's no longer playing in the field of play, but that doesn't mean relax and do nothing about it, because I think it's highly possible for him to do that, and then hopefully we're gonna see some improvement, because currently Nyazbu Spanish shower goalkeeper coach, which is Elias Mzohi, but I cannot blame him. He's not the one who's playing. Sometimes Abu coach, they can give you the best of the best, but when as an individual, as a player, you need to make sure you execute everything accordingly, and you use the information that was given to you the way a corner and use it correctly. But if you're not doing that, even now Itumelang Khune can come in and try to help those goalkeepers, but banga execute right. And then moving on, to obviously coach Hugo has finally announced his full squad for the games that are going to be played this month as I'm speaking with you during the FIFA break. So obviously there are players who have been dropped, and I'm just going to give it to you right now before I give you the squad. So 15 players who have been dropped. We have Ricardo Cross, who's currently injured. We have Bradley Cross, he was just selected. Tabang Matuidi, Tabiso Sesana, Grant Kekana, Jaden Adams, we have Snokolo, we have Rodney, we have David Titus, Tsokofatso Mabasa, Pesitao, Sipombule, Ashley Cupido, Oyanele, and Ubonga Guhle Hlongwane. So those are the 15 players who have currently been dropped out of the preliminary squad.
Moment for South African football, for Bafana Bafana, for Hugo Bruce and his men. 2 matches to be played away and here at home against Sudan. We're going to determine on whether we go to Morocco or not. We sit second in our group with Uganda just above us. They're the first away match we're going to be playing. South Sudan is second after that. In order to tackle those 2 matches, Coach Hugo Bruce has selected his squad, his arsenal of men, to see us over the line. Coach, I'm going to leave it up to you now.
Thank you.
To give us the 23-man squad that you've selected.
My bags are packed, Coach.
We're ready.
Okay. So the 23 players for the games against South Sudan and Uganda are the goalkeepers: Ronwen Williams, Saga Stephens, and Sifo Chain. Defenders: Sidney Moby, Motobi Mvala, Rushwin Dortley, and Konsinati Sibisi, Aubrey Modiba, Kuliso Mudau, Fawaz Basadian, and Siabonga Ngezana. Midfielders: Tebogo Mokwena, Batusi Obas, Luc Leroux, and Talenta Mbata. Strikers: Michelali Mayambela, Oswin Apolis, Patrick Maswangani, Evidence Magopa, Ikram Reiners, Elias Mokwana, Tapelo Morena, and Rele Bohile Mofokeng.
Well, there it is. It's Bafana Bafana squad to take on Uganda and South Sudan. Captain Ronwen Williams makes a squad. Sage Stevens of Stellenbosch makes a squad. Sipo Chain of Orlando Pirates makes the 3 keepers there.
And then last but not least, Bafetu, Coach Hugo Bruce has been asked in terms of Augustin Sereno, is he the kind of player that he needs for Bafana Bafana squad? And looking to his plans, according to him, he says he's not the kind of player that he really needs. But yes, he's a good player. Gotwanje is not that kind of player in Amtinga. So I think it has to do more with, trying to preserve the South African football style. Because as you can see, Augustin Sereno, he's a quality player, and Ipola Dlala Bafetu. Yeah, it's something else. Dlala isn't this Dlala Pesheya. It's like Messi when you're watching football. So that is something that the coach Hugo Bruce probably is trying to avoid. And then as Ameje remain with the South African disky flavor, which you can see being done by most of the players with squad.
Coach, with Tembazwane out, was there ever the thought of looking at Gaston Sereno?
I can tell you the coach anticipated that question. I can tell you that now, too.
No, I have to be honest. No. I know that Sereno is a very good player. I know also that he can be very important for Chiefs. But he's not really the type of player I want. Secondly, he's also 34, I think. So I was looking months to have somebody else than Temba because he was old that time. So I don't go to take another
Older player.
Because no, I wanted to find him less younger than Sereno. Even he's a good player, but he don't really match in my ideas of football.